Hello, my sewing friends. Let's talk about destashing. I'm Jen, and this is the sewing room where I recently went through all of my fabric, all of it. And I pulled out this huge stack. And I did that because I want to make more room in my sewing room, but I also know that some stuff had to go that was never going to get used. And so I thought I'd talk to you a little bit about destashing and some things that I've learned and some kind of tips to keep in mind when you go to do it yourself. Because I think that for all of us, it should be an ongoing thing, you know? Kind of like when you purge your closet, especially when the change of seasons come. What you didn't wear last year, and then you think, okay, now I have a clean slate. And yeah, same with fabric, same with patterns. But let's just talk about fabric today. Okay, the first tip I can give you, number one, is if you can do it with a friend, definitely do it with a friend. Because there are going to be times that you pick something up and you think, well, yeah, I mean, I know why I bought this, and yeah, I might use it. If you have a friend who will help you be ruthless with your choices, that's so helpful. There were so many times that I picked up something in here and my friend Michelle was helping me, and she'd say, no, that's hot. That'll feel hot on your body. And I don't know that that's your color. She was right almost every time. And she was also good because if I would pick something up and then put it in the pile or pick it up again, or she'd go, just keep it. Just keep it because you're picking it up too much. So have a friend help you, even a friend who doesn't sew, because they can help you by asking you some questions. Number two, look at the color and the feel of the fabric. If you've got something, actually I do have something right here. I pulled this out and I thought, this is terrible. I hate this color. Why did I buy this? Well, I bought it to make something for one of my daughters. But you know what? I don't like her in this color either. So what am I doing with this fabric? I didn't have a hard time with this at all. I just said, what's that doing in there? That's got to go. But let the color speak to you. Let it pull your attention so that you can immediately say, that has got to go. What is that doing in there anyway? What was I thinking? Yeah. Also, how does it feel? Is it stiff? Is it scratchy? Is it hot? That was something I never would have thought of, but I have a lot of microfiber sheets in here. Not a lot, a few. And they're hot. When I make things out of them, I'm hot because it's a very, very tightly woven fabric, but it's all polyester and it's hot. So yeah, good things to consider. Is it soft and drapey, but is it too soft and drapey for anything you'd want to make? Does it not feel good? Then, you know, those are two things. Let the color grab you, but when you take that out of your stash and you pick it up and you feel it, let that also speak to you and just say, this feels good, or it doesn't feel good, and the color, or some combination of, you know, that. Number three, ask yourself, did I buy this for something specific? And I've just never made it. I never got around to it. I lost interest. I don't have time, you know, any number of reasons, all of which are totally fine. But is there a reason that you didn't ever do anything with it? And as you look at it, do you know right off the top of your head, oh, I know the pattern I was going to use? Or are you just kind of like, no, I've lost interest. I've lost caring about this, you know? It's probably got to go if that's the case. But ask yourself that question, because that may reveal something to you about why you haven't paid attention to it since you got it, or, you know. Number four, how long have you had that piece of fabric? That piece of satin is 40 years old and I still haven't used it. I think, what am I doing with this fabric? I kept it because I thought, well, what if I do? What if I do use it? Yeah, well, You haven't in this amount of time. I doubt that you will anytime in the future. It's hard to let go of things. Now that has no sentimental value for me. None. And so if something does have sentimental value, that's a different thing. But how long have you had that fabric and not done anything with it? So it's kind of like something that's been in your closet. Is it time to let it go? It might be. Number 5, can I think of a pattern that I can use with that fabric? Can I? If I can't think of something immediately off the top of my head that I want to make out of that fabric, then do I need it in my stash? Do I want to wait until I can think of something? That's up to you. For me, I didn't love any of these fabrics so much that I was willing to just wait until I came up with some idea of what to do with it. No. No, I was really ruthless, and Michelle really helped me with that. Like, if you can't figure that out now, yeah, you probably haven't been able to figure it out up to this point, so it probably needs to go. Number 6, like I said before, is it sentimental? I have some fabrics that are sentimental. In fact, there's one in here, it's right here. This is a calico cotton, and I made dresses for my girls when they were little. This is the Noah's Ark fabric, and I don't want to get rid of this. I won't get rid of this. I don't know if I'll make anything with it or not, but I'm not getting rid of it because it is sentimental to me. So you have to look at stuff like that and think, okay, well, yeah, does it matter if I keep it? Do I care? Do I not have room for it? Can I do something else with it? All these questions you need to ask yourself, but don't be afraid to keep something simply because it has sentimental value. You may never do anything with it, but if it's important to you and it has a memory or it has some significance in your life, keep it. Feel free to keep it. You don't have to get rid of that just because it's taking up space. It's okay to keep it. Number 7, finally, does it speak to me? None of these fabrics spoke to me. You know, it was kind of like at one point, Michelle and I are standing here and I said, no, that does not bring me joy. Like the Marie Kondo things. Yeah, well, yeah, none of those sang to me. None of those fabrics spoke to me and said, I need to be made into this thing. None of them. I have all kinds of fabric that does speak to me, but none of that did. So that was a deciding factor. At the end of the day, okay, maybe it's not the right color, but it feels good. Maybe it's something that I was going to use for something else, but I haven't thought of anything yet, but you know, does it speak to me? Yes or no? If it does, keep it. If not, let it go. Just get it out, because there are so many fabrics that you have ahead of you. It's okay to leave behind some that are behind you. So let me also say this. If you pick something up and you look at it and you think, I don't know, and you want to pick it up, put it down, pick it up, well, keep it. Keep it. If it makes you hesitate, then keep it, because, you know, that should tell you, I'm not ready to let go of this yet. For whatever reason, or for no reason. There doesn't have to be a reason, but you're the one in charge of getting rid of things. So if you're just not sure, then don't worry about it. Just keep it. Now, one of the best things I can tell you as a final thought is, once you get your pile of things you're going to get rid of, then live with it for 24 hours, 48 hours, you know, give it a little bit of time, because maybe you'll walk back in and go, you know, that blue satin would make such a beautiful, this pattern. It may be that you'll see something that will speak to you again, and you'll go, you know. So don't get rid of it as soon as you pull it out. Give it a little bit of time. Live with your decision for a minute or two, for a day or two, even for a week, you know, however long you want to look at the mess. For me, I'm ready to let all this go. And so give yourself a little bit of time to live with your decision. That would probably benefit you in the end. Those are some tips I have for destashing your fabric stash. I hope it's helpful. If you have any further tips, please leave them in the comments below. And, you know, when everybody shares, we all benefit. Isn't that always the case? So that'll do it for now for me. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.